training camp is almost here. Let's get this intro in, and then we're gonna get here with our special guest. You know already, little bros here. All right, let's get this going. Oh, come on. What's going on? See. That's funny. There's so much, dude. Hey, bro, you don't come on one time, right? And then they change up. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Everything on you, bro.
my thing is lagging.
Bro, dude, what is going on here, dude? Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Well, fuck it. I guess we ain't doing it. Oh, hold on. Watch it. Oh, check this out, dog. This is crazy. All right, watch this. All right, so your boy should have came on and tested it out a little bit because now they want you to cue your intros, outros, and your video clips and stuff like that. That's actually really cool. So, top. All right, so let's see. That's fucking crazy, dog. That is crazy. All right, cool. We got things going on. That's right. Let's go. Fuck it. We're just gonna go from it from now on, dog. All right, so it's almost training camp. Oh, hold on. Let me pay some bills. Training camp is about to start. Where's my phone at? That's coming up. It's what, less than 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because our first game, I believe, is August 7th.
Woo. All right, so June 18th is training camp, right? And this team is about to, well, it's about to go into its most difficult. Oh no, hold on. Not most difficult, but its most important stage, and that's actual training camp, and where that the team is going to sit here and we're going to see if this team is going to gel together and see how it's going to look, or if it's going to come together good or bad. And I mean, I think there's times where we all kind of like watch training camp or like the preseason and had some real bad like misconceptions. I mean, I'm. Do you remember when we got Warren in and we thought he was sitting there rocking that 34? We were like, shit, we found the next Bo Jackson. It's about to be cracking. You mean? And then we're like, this fool can't even get on the field. What's going on here? You mean?
Yeah, my bad. I had to put my thing on the charger. Yeah, bro. I'm excited, bro. My mind isn't even football ready right now. I said spring training game. No, I meant preseason. First preseason game is August 7th. But can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, bro. I understand you got the Doyers on your brain, bro, and it's okay. Do that.
They've been playing like shit lately, but it's all good. But no, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this new regime brings, and let's see, man. I got a lot of questions on the defensive side of the ball. I think offensively, obviously the questions still remain because you got a lot of young players. You got to see how they gel and work out and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, we lost a lot of starters. We gained some guys. I do really think that picking up Jermaine Pratt was a big thing for the Raiders, the linebacker from Cincinnati. I really love that pickup.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, man, like our secondary is just super young. And then also,
young is super let's be honest, dude. It's super limited. I'm happy about Jaquan Bennett. I think he's gonna be fine. I think this is probably the year where he's going to probably be healthy for the year. You know what I'm saying? And just I'm kind of hoping that that's what happens. And because at some point, a pro's got to be a pro, and I think he has it in him. Um, I just don't understand the no sense of urgency for a proven veteran. You mean backup? You mean or anybody else? You mean what they got? What Stokes or not? Is it Stokes?
Yeah, Stokes. We picked up Stokes from Green Bay. I don't want to say we got to just see how that pans out. I'll be honest with you. I'm worried with the safety room a little bit. I get everybody.
I'm not.
I get everybody was high with Jeremy Chin, but let's be real with you. Last year was his best year of football he's played in his NFL career with the Commanders, and it's still his coverage was not the best. Did it get better? Absolutely, it got a lot better. But I still think Merrick was a better coverage safety than
so
Jeremy.
Do I.
Box safety.
So do I.
Chin's a good box safety. I think he can come down, helping the run defense. I think there's certain aspects to Jeremy Chin's game, but you still have your or your questions about guys like Polamalu. Nothing against Polamalu, but Polamalu hasn't started 16 games or 17 games.
I get it.
You have, there's just certain questions, and it's okay. I'm not going to sit here and say the defense is going to outright suck or the defense is going to outright not be the same. But I have my questions about it. I think the front seven is going to be okay. There's even a lot of questions in the linebacking core. You bring in a guy like Jalen Smith who hasn't really done a whole lot. I think he took some time off. You got Devin White, who was amazing his first 2 years and then hasn't really done shit.
First about three. I'll give him 3.
Yeah, he really in his third year compared to his second year, though. I'll say that.
Okay.
But I just, there's questions, bro, and it's okay. But if you not to scatter all over the place, but offensively, I like some of the pieces there. I hope Jack is is really they compare. I know his pro comparison was Puka. If he could be 75% of Puka Nacua, that's pretty damn good. And then that Thornton kid, man, I'm really excited to see him because it's 6 foot 4.3 speed. If he can figure out how to use his body in the NFL, man, that's gonna be crazy.
Okay, but that's the funny thing because him coming from Tennessee, but we actually know him from Oregon, right?
From both, shit.
Yeah, he played for Oregon.
He played for Oregon.
Yeah, he's originally a Duck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This dude's a down the field fucking blocker, dog. And honestly, playing in Tennessee did not help his draft stock. This dude can block. He can actually run routes, but in Tennessee, he was basically running wind sprints and running off coverages. And it's kind of he has more to his bag, but you got to know. You know what I'm saying? Because he played at Oregon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, man. There's things to be excited about. I know everybody didn't get the quarterback that they necessarily wanted, but I think Geno's a lot better than what we had. And Geno is an accurate passer, so I think it's going to work better than what we've had.
Did you say Geno is better than what we had?
Hold on. If Ashton Jeanty is as advertised and this Beck and Horton, these kids work out in the offense, it's going to be something. And I think the offensive line even is going to improve a little bit. I think JPJ being the full-time center is going to help out tremendously. I think, I'm excited, bro. I can't sit here and say there's nothing to be excited about. At the end of the day, people can say what they want. I get it. He's an older coach, whatever. But Pete Carroll is a proven mind. He's always been pretty good everywhere he went. Yeah, man, we'll see how it plays out. I think we'll be better than last year if that says anything.
Right. I agree with you, bro. I mean, because honestly, because there was a couple games. Now I'm gonna preface this correctly, okay? Because I, um, our ex head coach, okay, I'm not gonna run his name through the mud or anything, but I was a fan of him. I've been a fan of him, and I followed him for years. Okay, um, you normally don't see that type of run to a head coach, and he was putting a lot of bad positions. Do I think he has the goods to be a very, very, very good head coach in the NFL? I do believe he does have that cachet. He has that type of swagger, that type of mentality and work ethic in him. Um, do I think being in the AFC West was a great spot for him to be? No, I don't. Um, However, I do think this is an excellent spot for Pete Carroll. This is a spot where these are cats that he's this is what he goes up against, bro. This is a him and Harbaugh. Go check the record, dog. Go check the record, dude. Everybody's account Pete Carroll and his Seattle Seahawks out of it, and what they do, bang on these fools, beat them up, slap them up. I mean, Marshawn Lynch said, that's what we do. You know what I mean? We from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a common denominator. I'm happy I have a coach that's not afraid of hardball or Andy Reid. Just he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Sean Payton. Sean Payton doesn't scare Pete Carroll. You mean like I'm over the moon happy about this because guess what, dude? This team's gonna prosper under Pete Carroll. I don't know how long Pete Carroll has in the tank. All I know is that there's a couple people who are probably going to take over for him, and one of them is probably not Chip Kelly. I really don't see Chip Kelly taking over. He just kind of like burned his bridge a little bit.
We'll just have to see what Chip Kelly does, to be honest with you, with the offense. That's really going to decide what's next for Chip Kelly. But I mean, bro, Carroll's 73. Yeah, that's
he's healthier. He's healthier than fucking Harbaugh.
But like Andy Reid is also 67, and I don't know exactly how old Harbaugh is, but
I mean, dude's already gotten having heart problems.
I think he's 61. I think him and Sean.
Yeah. No, he's a good 10 years younger. But I mean, Pete likes to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping on Pete Carroll, honestly. I mean, if we have him for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, Pete's gonna be there. I mean, we see him out there in the practice. He's got the receiver gloves on. You know what I mean? He's sizing up his offensive, lineman. He's trying to pin him to the ground and stuff. And these are things that these young cats love and respect. I mean that, they're going out there and, in practice, everything's a competition. Everything's a competition. I mean, you hear Max Crosby talking about, hey, bro, they're having shoot-offs. Who gets to go in the locker room first and get all the amenities first? Offense, defense, let's go. You mean, hey, Max Crosby was talking about he got to cut off his, all his wraps and everything and go do a shoot around because we don't know what's gonna happen. You mean like he has to be always on the competitive edge. And this is something that has not been in this franchise for a long time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. I obviously team building takes a little bit. I'm kind of interested to see what they do after this year, but in terms of this year, I'm very excited for some of the pieces. I think we already had a great running back in Josh Jacobs. But I think a lot of this offense is going to go through what Ashton Genty does. So I'm very happy, or very not happy, excited to see what he can do in the NFL. And I hope he's even 80% of what he was advertised to be. And I think if he is, that opens up some other things offensively. I really, I hope Jack Beck and Betch or Beck, however you say it, and Thornton, I hope they're good, bro. I really
Isn't
do.
it okay? It's spelled Beck, but it's pronounced Besh, right?
Beck, some whatever.
Yeah, it's Beck. You mean just
Bruh.
just like we were like Jalen Richard, no Jalen Richard.
Right? I mean, I'll give you guys this with that kid Jack. Is I know he's tough and he's gritty. So he's definitely not no bitch. He's not no sucker. So this helps. But I we'll have to see how it plays out, man. I really do think with all, whether you liked our picks or you liked what we did in the offseason, one thing's for sure, the team should be well coached. So no matter what, if the game's 23-20 and we get the ball last in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go,
bro, you're gonna go there.
Expect them
to go there. You're gonna go there, dog. You talk about Kansas City last year.
Coached well enough to
you talk about Kansas City last year, dog. We're really gonna do that.
But I'm excited, bro. The last couple of years I haven't been that excited, and I'll be honest with you, I really did gripe about this offseason. I thought letting go of all your starters was kind of idiotic in a lot of ways, especially
letting go of Trayvon Moehrig was a dumb
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't agree with letting go of any of your homegrown talent that's worth a shit. Unless I
don't either.
But when you can afford it and you have the cap space to pay these guys and you just choose not to do it, I don't really like that. Oh, the market was too high. Yes, every single year as we go through sports, in every sport, the market gets higher. The NBA,
exactly.
Not that we're talking NBA, but Devin Booker, for instance. Devin Booker just signed a 2-year contract extension for $145 million. Back in the day, 10 years ago, he would have probably got 2 years, $70 million. The markets are changing, and the NFL and basketball and all these baseball has always been a high market, but basketball and NBA are starting to get with the times, or basketball and the NFL are starting the times, and the markets are going up, man. And that's why the league keeps raising the salary cap, because they know that these guys' prices are getting higher as the years go on. So it's just, yeah. So like,
well, look at the prices the Bengals are paying for their 1 and 2 receiver.
Yeah, like I get it right now, right? Like Nate Hobbs was injury prone the last couple of years, but even if you have Nate Hobbs in this secondary in the nickel slot right now, we're looking better in the secondary, in my opinion. Just based on the things that Pete could do with him. I
think Chin is a little bit better, but okay.
But
it brings versatility.
But they don't
versatility. I can say that.
But they don't play the same position. They don't play the same position though.
They do, but they don't. Okay, because Chin plays nickel, and so does Hobbs. And on defenses, they play a lot of cover three. Okay, so that nickel's gonna end up playing a lot of Sam linebacker too, right? Chin does that. Chin's actually exceptional at that. And not as how can I put, because I'm not gonna bash Nate Hobbs. I'm just gonna say he's not as injury prone as Nate Hobbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even we didn't. That was the whole thing about the offseason for me. Is like, okay, Spillane, getting rid of Spillane. Okay, I get it. The price may have been a little too high for him, but Spillane did great things the last 2 years for the Raider, and I wasn't high on Spillane, but when we picked him up, but he really stepped up for this team the last couple of years, and
absolutely,
we might have made up for it depending on how Devin White turns his career around. If he could turn it around And if Pratt shows up, we might have made up for it in that aspect. So it's like, okay, count that as a wash. I don't know how you say it, Chason or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to bring him back. I thought he did good things for us. He would have been a great rotational piece. You know, Merrick was the biggest one for me because I'm
Merrick
like, you
was
just
the
let
one
a
for me too.
25-year-old homegrown talent that you drafted walk out the door because you didn't want to pay him $17 million a year. Guess what? That's the market.
Brother, I've seen him lock up Travis Kelce. And not last year's Travis Kelce, but prime Travis Kelce. I've seen him lock him up on the field, and every time Travis Kelce fucking score or catch a pass is when we want to run, take him off of him. I mean, I trust me, Trayvon Moehrig was out of all the players, because honestly, I think if you still had Trayvon Moehrig right now, and you can run a big nickel, and you can basically bring in oh my god, I do see this is that old age shit, dog. Palomeo, right? Bring him in, right, and then drop Chin at into linebacker, and have Moehrig. Now, but this is the thing. Moehrig plays good up on in the box. He plays good in the backfield. Like honestly, I think Trayvon Moehrig was a budding all-pro safety that you let walk. You mean like he was about to be all-pro, all-world. I'm not gonna say Ed Reed, but goddamn it, dude, like you mean kind of in that vein. You mean like he's been through some shit. He's been on some sorry ass defenses. You mean some sorry ass defensive schemes and shit like this, and he's thriving, letting his natural talent come out, and we let him walk. You know what I'm saying? Just honestly, with Timo, that's my thought process with that. I don't know if you agree, but it is what it is.
I mean, even like this regime, we're not even going to get into that because that's just a different regime. But I don't agree with letting all those starters walk, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I didn't agree with them thinking or coming out and saying that Geno Smith is the future of the franchise and paying him that contract extension. I didn't really agree with that either, but you're not going to agree with everything that your team does, and it is what it is. Geno's definitely better than whatever the fuck we had going on last year under center. Light years better, so that automatically should make us a better football team just based on that. And a lot of people aren't talking about this, but Michael Mayer had a lot of problems last year and like personal issues, and is coming back. So you're gonna have a 2 tight end set this year. That's gonna be interesting, along with your young rookie receivers and Jacoby Myers again, and then obviously you get year 2, like I said, of Brock Bowers in that tight end set, and then you have a young running back in Genty. So there's things to, and then you have a young center and a young tackle, some young guards coming in. Kappa was a good offensive lineman before he got to Cincinnati. He wasn't a terrible offensive lineman. During the Brady days, he was good. The scheme just, I feel like, didn't fit him in Cincinnati. So maybe if this scheme works out for him, he goes back to his old self. So I think there's
not that, and he was hurt too last year, right?
Yeah, but it was also the scheme too for him. When he did play, it was the scheme. It wasn't. That's how I feel about it with him. But because I never believed that a player just goes from being a good player to just all of a sudden shit. Something had to have happened with their body, or a scheme change, or something that doesn't fit their style of play, unless they're just lazy and just became lazy overnight or whatever. But I don't truly believe that. Even the Devin White shit really confuses me. He was a great player in college. He balled out his first 2 years in the pros, kind of went downhill, went to Philly, then went to Houston, I believe. I'm honestly kind of surprised that he didn't turn it around with D'Amico Ryans. D'Amico Ryans runs a good defense over there, so that kind of surprises me a little bit. But
okay, so he's also talked about that he had to go through a lot of rehab, and he's actually not been healthy for the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I'm really hoping that we get the best version of Devin White. If you get Devin White from the first 2 years in Tampa, or even 75 to 80% of that right there is already really
at the wheel, right?
Yeah, I really like that. If you get Devin White back to Devin White, what he used to be, that's a great linebacker to have playing for you. The locked in, focused, healthy Devin White from Tampa Bay Super Bowl run, specifically with Tom Brady, you got a fucking problem on your defense. And that with Max Crosby, that would be really great to see from Devin White. If Devin White, and then it's like Devin White could come out because he's on a cheap 1-year deal. Devin White can come out here, and if he turns into that, now you have a problem at the end of this season because now you're like, fuck, we got to pay this guy. So,
right.
But it's a good problem to have. So, like, I'm hoping that.
Or you can franchise him if fuck, the franchise tag is fucking expensive too. All right, since we're talking that, what about Christian Wilkins? Because let's be honest, Christian Wilkins is kind of like that that Raider. The Raiders did really good in free agency guy, and then he's just hurt the whole time, and then leaves the Raiders and goes and balls out type fucking guy. We've seen this how many times? How many times have we seen this? Seriously.
Yeah, I really hope Christian Wilkins can get healthy because I think that is a big piece to the defensive line. I think that would really, really be a big boost to the defensive line. But again, we just kind of have to see how the development of these players under Pete Carroll and his staff go. We put together a pretty solid defensive staff, and a lot of people don't even remember, but like we drafted Jamal Peegs, I think it is, from Ole Miss. He plays fullback
Pegues?
too. Pegues or whatever his name is.
Pegues.
Yeah, dude, that's
JJ Pegues.
Yeah, that's who it is. That's who it is. Yeah, bro, there's some young players, but
Well, hold on. This cat had 21 rushes, right? 17 of them were either for first down or touchdowns. Imagine that.
Yeah, so but what I'm getting at right now, Rich, is that's what I mean when I say we have a lot of questions unanswered because you got to see the development of these players. For instance, bro, you never know, bro, but we could sit here right now and say our secondary has a lot of questions, but then all of a sudden Darian Porter's a fucking superstar. Now we're sitting here talking about shit.
Okay, so Darian Porter fits that Sherm profile, right?
His size right? and length, yeah. But I'm not going to sit there and compare anybody to Richard Sherman. But
hold on. But Richard Sherman had that. Hey, you fucked around and you found out, and Jim Harbaugh gave him that. You gave him that fuck you, fuck the world attitude. You mean? And I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to be fucked up, but he benched him on offense and said he'll never play offense in college football ever again. And so he had to play fucking defense, right? That's why he was drafted as late as he was. That's why nobody knew who he was. Everything else, that's why he fell, and he had all these situations and problems, but he landed with Pete Carroll, and guess what? He played hard. He wanted to compete, and he fought, and he clawed, and everything else. And guess what? Dude's a borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, you can literally say.
I wouldn't even say borderline. I would say he's a Hall of Famer. That dude did shit a couple seasons that we've never even seen out of a corner. I'm talking like you would be fucking. You had to go through hell to catch a ball on Richard Sherman, bro.
Hey, bro, you can honestly say there's no LOB without Sherman, right?
Bro, honestly, yes, you can say that, but that entire defensive, bro, that shit was insane, bro. Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor was disgusting, and Brandon Browner was like a forgotten piece of that. But yeah, bro, like without
Dude,
him, yeah,
Brandon Browner was a big ass, long ass corner who basically was like Richard Sherman, bro. He just like counted out, had nothing. You mean like this? Like Pete Carroll,
yes, like, that's basically my point, though. Rich is like just that's the questions that obviously everybody has, but the best part about it is we'll get to see them in preseason, see them get reps in preseason, and I honestly looking at it, Porter's probably going to have no choice but to start week 1 with our secondary. It's probably going to be him, Stokes, and Bennett, if I had to imagine. And because I don't think Richardson is better than Porter. So I don't think he's going to start over Porter. And and yeah, I there's questions to ask, but it really comes down to the development of the young players, man.
So last year we drafted the Jim Thorpe award winner out of Army, right? Was it Army or Navy?
Yeah, that's Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor. Okay,
and he's a forgotten about piece because he was hurt last year, so you don't know what you have with him either.
Okay, so does Trey Taylor make a push in this in this defense? Battle?
It's possible.
I mean, because I don't think Trey Taylor is. I think Polamalu is a better physical specimen than him, and but honestly, I think Chin and Polamalu are pretty much the same guy. I mean, Chin's probably a little more tough nosed. Do you know what I mean? But they're the same player. But I will say this: a lot of times last year, you had Morag play in the box and Polamalu dropping back. So they are versatile. You mean they can play single high safety. They can play in the box. Both guys. Yeah, I mean there is some type of.
I'll say this though, Trey Taylor I feel like he plays a physical style of football in a way. Okay. I mean, Trey Taylor's 6 foot, 215 pounds, and I'm looking right now.
He'll be our smallest safety then.
Polamalu's 6'4", 205 pounds, but so he has the height on Trey Taylor, but Trey Taylor got more weight on him than. So like it's not like he's some small ass.
No, he's not a scrub. He's a Jim Thorpe award winner, dude. He's not a scrub.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see. I think we're gonna see if he's healthy. We'll see Trey Taylor get reps in preseason. But like I said, bro, it's just questions about the development of the young players, bro. That's just kind of where we're at, and because even going into this season, the starting receiving core consists of at least one rookie and a rookie running back, and possibly 2 rookie receivers. Yeah, because I don't know if Jordan's starting or not, but
hey, you like how we said that at the same time, 2 rookies.
But I'm not really that concerned about the offense this year as I was last year. I'll say that. I think we're going to score points.
Okay, I got a question. Who in the running back room is not there on opening day?
Who's not there?
Not there.
Zamir White.
Okay, who else?
Who else is on the roster? You got Raheem Mostert. He'll be there.
Mostert. You got the cat out of UCLA.
Which one?
Oh my god!
I thought we got rid of him.
No, he's still there. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Hold on.
Read it off, big dog.
We got Genty Mostert, Sincere McCormick, and Zamir White. Sincere McCormick not going to be there.
Hold on, you still got Dylan Lobby too. I don't think Dylan Lobby makes this squad, dude. I don't I don't think he makes it past week 3 in the preseason. I mean, from what I've seen in the preseason from him and in actual NFL games, really,
I'm actually kind of surprised by this. This is an unofficial depth chart on ESPN, but right now they have Geno Smith, Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, and Dante Thornton Jr. starting. Jack Beck is behind Jacoby Myers. They have Bowers from left tackle to right tackle. They have Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, Jackson.
Who is this from again? I'm sorry.
Alex Kappa and DJ Glaze. This is what's on ESPN right now.
Okay. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure I understood where it was coming from. My deepest and utmost apologies. Because honestly, I hear people on ESPN talk about my team all the time, and I know one thing for sure is they haven't watched my team play in 3 or 4 years, bro. Like seriously, dude. Like honestly,
well, let's go on another side.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't think Trey Tucker makes a squad.
No, he does.
I don't.
He does, because listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know you're not a Trey Tucker fan. But
I am a Trey Tucker fan. I love speed.
No, listen, bro. He has to make the roster, bro. Guess who our receiving core is, bro? We have Dante Thornton Jr., Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, Jack Beck, and behind those guys is Colin Johnson and Tommy Millett. Trey Tucker's making the fucking roster, bro.
Bro, I'm thinking they're gonna bring somebody in from outside. They
should have fucking brought in. They should have brought in a veteran corner too. They had the chance to go get Griffin, and they had the chance to go get
Gilmore.
No, not even him. Fuck, bro. I wish they would have went and thrown a bag at Jair Alexander.
So Alexander and old boy out of
and bro,
Miami,
I'm at the point now where I know he's injury prone, but like I wouldn't even be mad if they went and got Asante Samuel Jr. to bring in for competition here.
Right? No, I don't live that much of the hood. It's just fireworks. It's just fireworks.
But yeah, bro, Trey Tucker's roster as of right now, bro. Because other than that, and then I don't even know who's left in free agency that's even worth a shit. I haven't looked.
There's not, but I'm pretty sure there come training camp, there's going to be a lot of cuts. There's going to be a lot of cuts, and teams.
You still gotta consider the cuts and people that'll pick up to fill up their rosters and shit like that, of course. But
yeah,
but I think Trey Tucker's gonna make it just simply because he's young and he's fast and he brings speed. And Chip Kelly is a guy that he likes that. He likes that type of speed.
¿Qué onda, Rafucho? What's up, big dog? But at the same time, though, like, dude, liking speed and being a goddamn magician are two different things, bro. Honestly, like you can like all the speed you want, dog, but
I mean, but you gotta understand, bro. When Trey Tucker was given the opportunity to make plays downfield, he would get open. Catching the ball is another thing, but he would definitely like. Like Trey Tucker is just all around shit, bro. And you gotta also
he's not all around shit.
Hold on. You also have to respect and understand the fact that I'm sorry, bro. You're catching balls from fucking AOC and fucking Gardner Minshew, dude.
True that. Hey,
let's see what the fuck he can do with an accurate quarterback that's gonna put the ball. Because you could say whatever the fuck you want about Geno Smith. The last couple years, he's been statistically the most accurate passer in the NFL, completing 73% of his passes, I think is what the number is.
But he's also been chocolate Derek Carr and kind of horrible in the red zone. Let's tell the truth.
I would say the last couple of years he was better than anything Carr gave us outside of 2016 and maybe
2015, 2015,
15,
2016.
16, and maybe 20. Was it 20 or 19? One of those years he did okay.
No. He was not that great in 2020 or 2019.
Or was it 21 maybe?
I think when
Was it 17?
Darren Waller's first year, he fucking tore it up in the red zone, and it was because Darren Waller is basically a no name, and I mean, and then after that, teams were fucking basically doubling and tripling fucking Darren Waller every fucking play, especially inside the 40. Because that's what happened. I mean, but
I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this, and I'm not saying anything about good. Like, I'm not sitting here defending Derek or anything like this, but I'll say this though: he'd have fed the fuck out of Brock Bowers.
The fuck out of Brock Bowers, dog. Hey, Brock.
Because Brock
would have had some hospital passes like a motherfucker.
Yes, I will say this though. One thing Derek always did pretty well in his career was feed his tight ends. He had Jared Cook.
He did.
Jared Cook, Darren Waller, and
no. Before that, before he even had Jared Cook, what's old boy? He used to wear 88. He had Michael Rivera too.
Yeah.
But what's the old 88 before Jared Cook was there?
I know who you're thinking of, but I just forget his name.
Yeah. I mean, he was like inconsequential now. Like, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm with that because it's just sitting here and watching this team, watching how it kind of how it moves. Like us in our friend base, we always talk about how the Raiders are allergic to drafting quarterback.
We are.
Doesn't matter. It's the truth. You can say whatever you want, whatever, dude. Until they draft one, it's the truth, dog. I'm not talking about one in the 4th round.
I'm willing to come
round,
on here
second round.
Now, I'm willing to come on here and say right now, I guarantee next year we don't take one either. Chalk that shit up. It's not going to happen, bro. They just paid Geno fucking a 2-year extension. He already had 1 year. So after this year is when the extension.
I did not want to hear that.
What'd you say?
I didn't want to hear that, bro. I didn't want to hear that.
Bro, I don't give a fuck what anyone wants to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. I doubt it.
Give me Arch. Give me Arch.
I'll say this, though. We may not take one after this year, but the next year is probably when they're going to have to do it because there's no way Geno's going to be 36, 37 years old.
Mm-hmm. Fuck that, dude. You got Drew Alar next year. You got the cat out of
Do you have Sellers coming out next year? Is he
you have the cat out of LSU?
Yeah, but you also have
Because
I don't know.
Let's be honest.
I don't know.
The SEC is about to take a big plummet, right?
Yes, but I don't know who's coming out because you also got. I mean, people could say whatever the fuck they want, but I think the kid that transferred from Tennessee to UCLA, Nico. I actually think that athletically he's really good. I do think.
Okay, his biggest problem is that, and it's not a dig at you. It's not a dig at UCLA, but it's just talent. Okay. Fuck. There's a reason why USC has the number 1 class this year and next year, and they're working on the number 1 class in 2027. Unfortunately for college football, it has become about who can pay the most in a collection of players. And that's what the NIL has done to college football in all rights and respect, because these kids make billions of dollars for college football teams, and get nothing prior to this. So I do respect the NIL, but I also understand that there's
I mean,
like
yeah,
like
but Rich,
a lot of
I'm
kids ain't gonna go to fucking Georgia.
no, I
They don't want
understand.
to be in Allen, Athens, Georgia, or Tuscaloosa, fucking
But
Alabama.
listen, bro, listen to
How do you
this
say
though,
that?
bro.
Tuscaloosa,
Yeah, but
Alabama,
listen to this.
or be in LA? Where
This
would
is
you?
gonna throw
Where do
you
you
off
want to
right now.
go?
This is gonna throw you off right now, bro.
Okay,
And I know you're a UCLA hater, but it's gonna throw you off.
I'm not a UCLA hater.
Listen, UCLA had the number 9th ranked recruiting class in the nation this past year.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up. 3 different websites
Mm-hmm.
all had them ranked 9th. 9th in the nation is not fucking bad when you have fucking 200 college teams.
Hold on. And not only that, but you have to maintain with a 3.5 GPA, right?
I'm not sure what it
No,
is. For UCLA.
okay, because UCLA has to do the same as Cal, because they are both California, Cal State
I'll say
programs,
this: I
right?
know we took a bunch of kids from Cal. I think we took one of their running backs, and we took their. I think he might have been their number 1 receiver last year, Mikey Matthews. We took them from him because he's starting for UCLA this year too. So, I know we took some kids from Cal. Cal wasn't a bad team last year.
They
Nico,
did it good in the ACC.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, without Nico last year for Tennessee, that Tennessee team's not going to the playoffs. Let's be honest about that. That team's not going to the fucking playoffs.
Okay.
I'm not saying Nico's the end all be all, but he's definitely better than fucking anything UCLA's had since fucking Rosen, Hundley. DTR stepped up for us. I'll say that. DTR was a little
honestly, I think DTR is better than Rosen and Hundley.
I fuck
DTR
with
was a dog. DTR was a dog. I've seen DTR go fucking punch for punch with the Heisman winner, bro. With Caleb.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's
and never back down.
He was a dog. I'm not gonna sit
afraid.
there and say that. But
yeah, DTR was that guy, dude.
But anyways, bro,
and his biggest thing was mad USC never recruited.
My point is, bro, is that there is some young quarterbacks to be looked at. The question is, are they coming out this next year or the year after? Lenora Sellers is a guy that everybody's really high on. Is he coming out after this year or the next year? I don't really know all the players like that in terms of that, but like I know Drew Allar is gonna come out. I know I know Carson Beck's probably gonna come out if he loves football still. He went to Miami, right? So I know next year's quarterback class is a little. We got to see who declares outside of all the guys that didn't declare this year, but the year after that, it might be a good little class though.
Nussmeier,
yeah.
Nussmeier is the guy we're thinking about, and honestly, I don't even hate Nussmeier. I don't. I like Nussmeier, but Drew Allar is coming out. You got Nussmeier. There are some quarterbacks coming out. Possibly Arch. We don't know.
I don't think Arch is going to come out this year. I think Arch is going to come out the next.
He shouldn't. But at the same time, he's a Manning. Does he need the money? Oh yeah, he's Koopa's kid, right? So yeah, they don't have the same type of money as Peyton and Eli, right? So yeah, so he might though. You know what I mean? He might. I'm pretty sure there's some compound where they all share bread and everything else. But anyways, dude, just like honestly, it's gonna be a trip. And remember, he's Cooper's kid, and Cooper played wide receiver, and Cooper had he had a scholarship for Ole Miss, right, to play wide receiver, because Cooper Manning has wheels until he got hurt, and Arch got wheels too. You know what I mean? So this is some cool shit, dude. Like honestly. All right, so look, I think I was supposed to come on for 30 minutes. We're already at 50 minutes. Is there anything else you got to say, Mr. Morehouse?
Nah, man. Let's see how it plans out, man. July 31st is the Hall of Fame game. August 7th is the first game. I believe we're in Seattle. Let's see how let's see who goes out there and competes and wins a roster spot, and let's see who gets cut, and let's see these guys get reps. A lot of people don't like preseason. Me personally, I'm a fanatic of my team. I like to see guys out there competing in the preseason, and I'm excited to see some of these young guys compete out there, and um, I'm excited to kind of get an opportunity to kind of see. I know they don't expose everything, but just kind of where we're going in the direction of the offense under Chip Kelly a little bit, and yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's I can't wait. Let's speed up the clock, man. I'm ready for football.
So am I, dude. Hey, you know what? I genuinely would love to see this team come together and just eat the West. You mean just beat the AFC West up like never before. I do think there are some parts of this team that needs a little bit more seasoning, growth, and stuff like that. But I'm super ecstatic. I can't wait to see what this team brings to the table. I can't wait to see, because of competition, because there's going to be a player that we don't understand why he's not starting. Why isn't such and such starting? Why isn't that? And at the end of the year, we're going to understand why. Pete Carroll doesn't care about what your paycheck is, what your draft status is, cares about what's the best fit for the team. And I'm excited to see this. This is something we've been praying for years with our squad. Yeah, this is about to be our best couple years, dude. Thank God. But anyways, like I always say, love the ones who love you. Make sure to take care of the people who love you. Love you, baby. Hey, but we're out, and guess what? They messed up all my stuff, so I can't do all my little special. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, can't do it. So, anyways, get back at you guys. Love, peace, everything else. Chicken grease. We out.